She told herself that he loved her, and that mattered more than the way he called her bitch. She cried a moat for him, so that when he came riding back to her, she could let down her guard again. She waited for his leftovers like a tattoo addict waiting under the needle for the pain to stop, always going back for more, hoping that she could salvage enough to feel full for once. She is tired of getting fucked over by boys just so they can see themselves inside her. She may have a see-through body, but her bones are loaded with arms. She tries to protect herself against sulfur tongues shooting bullets at her resistance, against people who don't understand that consent is a privilege and no isn't an invitation to convince her to change her mind. Her body isn't a privilege. But she forgets how easily she forgives people. How she breaks under the pressure of holding herself upright. The corners of her frame are bent in because she just wants to show you that her vaults are empty. Her blood is black and leaden. Her lungs look like ashtrays after all the excuses she's inhaled. People ask her why she doesn't leave her house anymore. She tells them that she is an architect with the stubborn desire of constructing her own ken. She already has a pile of spare limbs from all the past dolls that fell apart when she unwrapped them. I, like her, am trying to build my perfect man. But each time I reach into the pile, I can only feel one boy. The awkward, dorky, nerdy boy. I thought I was too good for it, even though we flirted like crazy in chemistry class. The boy who later chopped off his mop hair, got longer pants that actually covered his ankles, and started wearing a color besides orange. I finally started dating you as a rebound. At first, you liked me more than I liked you. I guess you could tell from the way that I accidentally ignored all your phone calls for a week. But words have a way of bouncing back to you when you realize your own foolishness. You were the boy I lost my virginity to. We waited 2 months to have sex again because the first time was that awkward. You told me explicitly that you were the boy and that you still loved me even though you left me a lonely stump. Through tears, I told you I didn't believe you. That selfishness was the antithesis of love, so how can you claim to have loved me? All you did was take and give so little back. You left me for college. I was still gripping onto your monkey bar arms, but you told me to let go. I was swinging from the last rung and I couldn't hang on forever. You nailed up a sign on your closed gate that read, "Dear high school sweetheart, please stop trying to be friends with me. I don't want you in my life." I lived in telephone wires for 3 months, hoping that you would hear the hurt in my voice the next time you picked up the receiver. It has been a long time since we've talked, but I'm not bitter anymore. You will always be my first, and I loved you. I truly did.